Hi, October 18th. It's Wednesday, middle of the week. So, the topic today was supposed to be about perfect peace. So, we'll touch on that in a bit, but let me just say I know it's spooky season and all, and I'm a big fan of Halloween, like nobody's business. I don't go all out, but and over the top, but I will, you know, get in, get into the season. So yesterday I was listening to some Halloween spooky lo-fi all day. Didn't think nothing of it, and as soon as I decided to leave the room where the music was playing, and I was home by myself on the phone, distracted. Um, something catch the corner of my eye, and I get a little, and I look, and my dog looks at me, and I'm just like, I said, I can't remember what I said, but I spoke out, and then go back to my conversation, and then all of a sudden I see something bigger out of the corner of my eye, past the door, and I'm just like, nope, nope, and nope. Got up, and I wasn't nice about it either, and I wasn't yelling, but I was definitely stern, and profanity was used, and immediately got my little cute little bowl, um, singing bowl, started chiming that and lit some frankincense and just went off. And it's been a minute. I mean, I realized that as I come more into my journey, different things are going to you know different things are gonna just about me or just gonna just come out. And the last time I saw something, I was 12 or 13. We were moving out of a house, and I was in my empty bedroom upstairs, and this shadow came towards me, broad daylight shadow came towards me. It had circles for eyes. It was a small little shadow, came towards me. My bedroom was upstairs. I touched not one stair and got to the ground floor. And I've never seen anything like that since. If I had to really compare it to what this thing looks like, if you've ever seen Ghost, Whoopi Goldberg, Demi Moore, and Patrick Swayze, there's a scene where the bad guy in the movie, he's basically getting drugged to hell in these shadows. He gets killed, and in my opinion, he's getting drugged to hell. I don't know where they're taking him, but these shadows just come out of nowhere, and they have like the whole. It looked just like that. I kid you not. Anytime I see that part of the movie, it gives me goosebumps. I had a little goosebumps just now, just thinking about it. But yeah, yesterday I really can't put to an image of what exactly I saw. I just know it was, the first thing was a little bit smaller, or at least out of the corner of my eye it was small from the angle. Then the second thing that came by was a lot bigger, taller, and it didn't have any color, I will say. I think it was like white and black, maybe, if I had to really just say color. I definitely saw white, and almost kind of like a cartoon with no color. If I'm really just kind of digging to really kind of put to what it looked like, just out of the corner of my eye, my peripherals. I don't know what it was about. I really I can't say if I was threatened. I know I was startled the second time, like goosebumps, the shudders, and I knew without a shadow of doubt, I know I saw something the first and definitely the second time. Um, I I was like, look, if you're not you gotta go. You're not welcome here. Go back to sender. You here to on a low vibration, negative. You could go back to where you came from. All of that stuff. And you know, I'm glad that I'm at a point in my journey to where I'm not fearful. Like when I was a kid, I mean, maybe if I had some guidance, because let me tell you, my son came to me in my parents' house many years ago, and we were in the living room, and it was dark. It ain't no secret that my parents got stuff walking around that house, the yard. Period. I have a picture of myself and taking a selfie from like way before selfies was even a thing, and something was over my shoulder in the picture, in the mirror. Um, but yeah, he came to me and he was like, "There's a witch sitting over there," and I looked and I was like, I can't remember what I said. I said, "No, it's not," and he was real calm about it. And so as I'm older, I've learned that you're not supposed to really discredit a child when they tell you things like that. You're supposed to nurture it. And I wish, I mean, I know my kids each all still have their own individual gifts and whatnot, but yeah, if I had some of that, who's to say, what I would be today. I know some people aren't readily accepting of their gifts, and they turn them off, and then later on in life maybe pick it back up. But I'm just grateful that I'm not fearful of whatever's going on, because like I've been saying, clearly I've been getting spiritually attacked. Things possibly coming into my home clearly yesterday, and I don't have time for it. Like, you will leave and you will go back to where you came from, because as far as I know, for me, I can only speak for me. I don't know what these other people here in here doing, but I know for me, you're not going to attack nobody up in here, not on my watch. You're not going to come for me, not on my ancestors' watch, especially when I ain't doing anything to nobody. I ain't sending no hate no way. I definitely am loving light first, and then you push me, then you provoked the shadow side of me, and what you get is what you get. What you give is what you get back, but 10 times worse. My shadow is very sinister. Very, very sinister. So, yeah. And I embrace that side of myself, because I know that, it took a lot for me to get to this point to where I don't act out of anger. I can be calm. And so just go moving right along into the perfect peace. So last week I was driving, and usually when I'm in office, those are like the best times for me to really speak with spirit, in the car on lunch. And I was on my way to go get some lunch, and just out of nowhere I just had a thought to just talk to them about perfect peace, just to keep me in perfect peace. Like, my goal is to be peaceful. Like, I am human and I am not perfect, so I want to get as close to perfect peace as I can get. When I had that thought, somebody, I think, might have jumped in front of me or something, and I had to just breathe and remember what I had just asked about. And I was so grateful in that moment, like, just so grateful. It's just the little things. Like, okay, I hear you. So this is what you want. You want perfect peace. You want to practice this. Okay, test. And that has been something I've been trying to just keep reminder of. At the same time, I did see something yesterday that was like, it's okay for you to feel the emotions. Don't badger yourself because you feel the emotion, but tune out the thought. Just feel the emotion. And the song that's out now, what is it? Make Me Water. And that's just what I'm trying to be. I'm just trying to just go with the flow and just be water. Water, again, is my sun sign, and I know we embody all the elements. Honestly, right now, I actually, for the majority of the year, I feel like they say this is the age of the Aquarian, and honestly, I really feel like that has been my mode all year. But yeah, age of the Aquarius, whatever. But my train of thought got derailed. Perfect peace. Come on, come back to me. Perfect peace. Oh, it's okay for you to feel the emotions. Don't batter yourself about it. Just don't, zero in on the thoughts or thoughts that could possibly come with it. The same way with meditating. You're meditating, you're breathing, and if you get a thought, we'll tell you a thought, just let it pass through like clouds. Okay, yes, all right, I'm having then they tell you turn off your emotion. Okay, well, maybe that was a bad example. I don't know. That's just what I hear with people meditate in different ways. So I don't know. Like I said, this is my journey, and I can only speak on my experiences and give advice the best way I can from the way that I got it and the way that I interpret it. But perfect peace, and I'm human, trust me, as long as I do not get to that hellfire anger where I'm a freaking whirlwind tornado, when I'm that angry, I feel like I'm in a storm. I feel like a hurricane. What is it? Category 5. Category 5, I think, is, or category, I don't remember. The strongest category that's hellfire anger, and I've only been like that a few times in my life. Grateful. I don't ever want to get like that. I really don't. But yeah, so perfect peace in my mind is you're breathing, and remember to just center yourself back to your heart space, and just this happened, or this is going on, or I just heard this, or I just saw this, and it's really tugging at me. You just breathe. Okay, all right. We're gonna breathe for now and maybe address it later, whether that's writing about it, videoing about it, singing it out, dancing it out, however. So this is, a new practice for me. So my thing is just breathing it out. When I get emotionally triggered, I have to go outside, and that's what I've been doing. One of the videos I was telling you about, or maybe I think that was one of the videos that they got cut off or whatever, and or it didn't record. And long story short, I became overwhelmed emotionally over some information that I received, and it just so happened to start raining. And I just went and sat outside. I grabbed my crystals, and I had one crystal in one hand, another crystal in the other hand, and just sat outside and just had to just breathe it out. I had to get that feeling out of my chest whatever the information I got was so heavy. And in that moment, I knew, I mean, I know what unconditional love is like, but in that moment, I felt that. And I sent out forgiveness and I sent out love, and I just had to just breathe when I was done. I did that prior. I think it took a lot for me maybe it took a lot for me to do that, I don't know. Because after I received the information, it was just sitting here in my chest. And I had to breathe it out. Like breathe, and it was so soothing listening to the rain. And going back to the other one where I was saying how now I can listen to artificial rain because of that moment, just sitting outside. It was nighttime, you know, I was speaking to the sky and just really just honing in on just everything that was outside, everything in that moment, and just hoping to be heard, and you know, calling in to just be wrapped by my angels and ancestors, because this was before the perfect peace. So I know I'm definitely on to something. I'm not going to drag this out too much longer because yeah, I got other things to do. Not that those other things are more important, because actually this is more important than the other thing I got going on. The human side of me is busy, where the spiritual side is like, here, and this is what we need to be doing. This is the real work. So still didn't come up with a sign out. So until the next one.